Hey everyone, ACATers here and welcome to episode 6 of my NoteBlock tutorials. Today we're going to take a look at stacking circuits. This is really useful if you need to play lots of notes at the same time or close together, so that you have a bit more freedom with block placement. Let's take a look at a section of the drums from my All-Star song. As you can see, there are quite a few notes here playing in quick succession, and it really isn't possible to keep them all on one layer. Fortunately, stacking an extra layer or two of the circuit is quite simple. I've laid out the first layer of a circuit just here. So adding a second layer is quite simple. First thing we need to do is add our structure with stone. And I'm just going to go one block further because we're going to need to place the new note blocks a little further away from the ones on the layer below. And that's because note blocks need an air block above them in order to play. Okay, so now we're going to place some dirt blocks here because we're going to put a tune above it. I'm not using the other side, we could just use the other side of the circuit, but for the demonstration purpose I'm going to show you how to do it this way. Add our repeaters. It's important that we keep the repeaters at the same tick interval as the layer below. The layer below is all set to 3. And I'm going to add some note blocks. Create a very rudimentary pattern there. And the final thing we need to do is simply connect it up. So you can really do this any way you like. I tend to go with a pattern like this. It's important that the redstone is pointing into the block here to start the signal off. It's also important that there's no extra delay, so we don't add any repeaters or anything that's going to cause an extra redstone delay. If we do need to add a repeater to extend the signal, you need to make sure that you're going to add the same delay at the layer below or anywhere else in the system. Otherwise you're going to end up with out of order sequence and notes playing all over the place, and it's going to sound a bit horrible. So let's just hear how this sounds with the second layer. I've mistuned that one, but we're not going to worry about that. You can add as many layers as you need using this technique. Just make sure that you keep the correct tick delay, as I've said, and be sure that you don't get cross wires either. So you might have your circuit extending off of here. Just be careful that you don't accidentally have two touching blocks. That's going to make your redstone sequence play before it's supposed to. So just going to demonstrate adding an extra layer onto the top here as well. Now again, we're offsetting this back one more before we would have, so it should be in line with the layer at the bottom. Like that. Again, repeaters with the same tick delay. This time I'm going to add some notes using Solsan just so we can hear the different notes playing. We don't need to tune those ones, but I do just need to connect them back up again. So again, same sort of thing. We need to connect the redstone up to this point. I'm going to draw it from just down there, and there we go. Hopefully everything should play at the right time if I've done it correctly. Just like that. So typically you would use this technique when you have a complicated sequence of the same instrument, such as drums. When building a full song together with guitar, bass, drums, vocals and any other instruments, I would instead build up separate layers running their own circuits, which I'll demonstrate in the next episode. And that's all you need to know about stacking note blocks. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please click that like button and subscribe for more note block tutorials. Also be sure to check out the previous episodes to learn about creating note block songs. Thanks for watching. Take care.